So when you put it in perspective and you look at yourself in the mirror and say, am I being productive for business or counterproductive for business? Are we talking about future or are we talking about right now? That's when you start creating true black love.
Hey man, I couldn't have said that better. That is that. Can we get a round of applause?
On that too.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. That was eloquently. You dig that?
Very eloquently put. And I say this to say that I always talk about assets and liabilities, right? And either you are an asset or you are a liability. There is no in between. And that is most true when you are talking about a long-term relationship. Okay, when we're talking about long-term relationships, the communication part, that is a very, 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 very foundational piece of it. And when I mention communication, that's what I meant as far as longevity. What are those conversations about when you and this person are alone? What is that communication piece? You know, you find a lot of people that look good out in public and they go home and they don't even spend 1 second together behind closed doors. They don't like each other outside of sex. That's it. That's what brings a lot of people to stand together, because you fall into the best sex you ever had. You don't even like the body that the sex comes. You don't like the person that has the body that the sex comes with, but the sex is great. And a lot of people are building what they think love off of good sex.
Lust.
And that's why we have a lot of people not able to build and stay together and be together, because yeah, sex is gonna be good, especially when you're good at it. But what is there past the sexual relationship? Well, past the sexual concept of black man and a black woman, respect people they do not find sexually attractive in the black community. I'm not lying. I see men all the time that will hold the door open for one group of women and will turn their back on a whole nother group of women. We all black women. But he only gonna cater to what he's attracted to visually. So that's another thing. When you speak respect, that comes with it. If we're not respecting each other across the board, regardless of how we physically feel about you, whatever that initial concept of you is to us, there'll be a long-term respect. And the same thing with women. Women will treat a man they feel like doesn't have money totally different than the guy with the one they think balling and all of this. And like you said, Reem, you're a guy that does things that the average guy doesn't do. Holding doors open, pulling out your chair, asking you if it's too cold in the car. Just the things that are really common courtesy. People looking at you like, oh, he lame, he this, he not realizing he is missing a block, because what kind of guy cares enough to ask you about how you feel, how your day went,
enough to make yourself a better version for the one you love.
Man,
period.
And that's called accountability. What I said in the first thing, the man in the mirror. And you are so right, because you could be called when you're having a conversation with somebody or in a relationship with somebody or getting to know somebody, just say, you selfish. You a selfish person. Well, maybe you are doing selfish things, but you have to step back and sit back and be accountable for that and recognize that and be okay with, hey, I do have a problem. I need to fix this. And that's where this generation, or a lot of people I see, don't have no accountability for none of the actions, none of the stuff that they do in their lives. It's always the other person. And you said it, both of y'all said it. They're going to keep hanging these problems to the next person. You got to think, why haven't I had a long-lasting relationship? And true, maybe you have been that person to adjust and whatever and grow, but maybe this person ain't. It's all about accountability, like you were saying.